right, good evening, everybody. Welcome into Jammin' Sports on this Friday, where we kick off week number 11 of our current sim season. We'll have a game tonight between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Chicago Bears. Both teams are struggling this season. They're both 4-6, and both teams are currently tied for last place in the NFC Central, along with, no, actually, just those two are tied for last in the AFC Central. Both teams trying to get a win tonight to stay alive in the NFC, at least the wild card picture right now, as there is a logjam. In fact, I have the standings here. I updated the standings. Let's take a look while we have a moment. When you look at the NFC Central Division, Green Bay at 6-4, Detroit, Minnesota at 5-5, one game back. Chicago and Tampa Bay at 4-6. They're only 2 games back of Green Bay with 6 games to go, so there's still a shot. If the playoffs started today, this is what I like to do. Here's what would happen at the end of Week 10. In the NFC, we'll start with them. Seattle and the Giants are both 8-2. They would have first-round byes. Seattle leads the NFC West. The Giants lead the NFC East. Green Bay would be the number 3 seed, the NFC Central leader. The first wild card would be San Francisco at 6-4, and then Detroit and Dallas at 5-5. They'd be the other 2 wild cards, with Washington and Minnesota on the outside looking in, also 5-5. Detroit and Dallas went out on tiebreakers there. That's if the playoffs started today. Let's look at the AFC. The Jets are 9-1, leaders in the AFC East. Oakland at 7-3, leaders in the NFC West. They would have first-round byes. Pittsburgh currently tied with Indianapolis atop the AFC Central, but they have the tiebreaker. They'd be the number 3 seed. Your first wild card would be the Chargers at 6-4, then the Bills at 6-4, and the Ravens would slide in at 5-5, with Pittsburgh, Indianapolis, and Denver all 5-5 themselves, but the Ravens would have the tiebreaker. So that's where we stand right now when we look at the playoff picture, but we still have 6 weeks to go. A lot can happen between now and then. Evil Dead, let's take a look at him. He is 75-54. He's now 21 games over 500. TMG, he started picking last night. He's 0-1. He took the Rams, but we'll see what happens tonight. All right, if you're watching on YouTube, please follow, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And before we go any further, just one game tonight. I've got stuff to do afterward. Tomorrow, I've got baseball again in the afternoon, but I should be back in the evening to bring you a game. That's what I'm going to try to do by about maybe 8:30 Eastern, just like tonight. We'll just have to wait and see. But I'll definitely be back on Sunday at 6 o'clock Eastern with a triple header. All right, let's head out to Soldier Field in Chicago for this one. The Bucs and Bears, and TMG's taking Tampa tonight here on Jammin' Sports. Welcome into Soldier Field, Chicago, Illinois. It's the Buccaneers and the Bears. And welcome in to another NFL broadcast here at Jammin' Sports. Great to have you along on this Friday as we kick off week number 11 with the Thursday night game to kick off week 11 here at Jammin' Sports. NFC Central matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Chicago Bears. Evil Dead has stepped in. He's taken the Bears. TMG is taking the Bucs. We're underway live from Chicago. The Bears get it. McNeil from the 3-yard line over the 20, 25. And Leon McNeil brings it out to the 29-yard line. And that's where Chicago will have it, 1st and 10. Good to see Evil Dead here tonight. Good to see TMG here tonight. Starting quarterback Jason Plunkett in his 11th year out of Army. Spent 6 years with the Chiefs, now in his 5th year with the Bears. First and 10, Chicago from the 29-yard line. My baseball game this afternoon. Gordonsville beat Trousdale County 12-1. We don't have close games anymore. We just kill everybody. First and 10 from the 29-yard line. 3 receivers in the backfield. Plunkett in the shotgun. Chesterman in motion, the fullback. Plunkett fakes the handoff. Throws downfield, caught by Seacrest. And Robert Seacrest out to the 41. And that'll be a gain of 12 and a Bears first down. 9th-year receiver out of Memphis, Robert Seacrest. First down, Chicago. This might be the second meeting of the season with these two. Let me go back. I think they played in Tampa earlier. I'm trying to find it. I will eventually find it. First and 10, Chicago at their own 41-yard line. I'm scrolling through the schedule here, trying to find if they played earlier. Plunkett fakes the handoff, looks downfield, rolls out, throws deep, and Dominic can't hold on. Oh my gosh, I thought he had it. Broken up by Reggie Reed, the safety. Here's the Bears offense. Up front, Brown, Mason, Vincent, Sherman, and O'Neill. And then it's Seacrest, Sparks, McNeil, Merrill, and Dominic. I thought Alex Dominic had caught that. I really did. All right, still looking at the schedule here to see if they played earlier. Don't see it yet. 2nd and 10 from the 41-yard line. 4 wide for the Bears. Plunkett under center. Plunkett hands off to McNeil, and Leon McNeil gets taken down. A 2-yard loss. Back to the 39-yard line. Danny Bowers on the tackle. 12th year defensive end out of Clemson. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 12. Nice play by Bowers coming in to make the tackle. Well, let's see. I'm up to week 8. I don't see it yet. Let's see. This may be the first meeting of the season with these two. It is. All right. They'll play in Tampa later. 3rd and 12 from the 39-yard line. Plunkett back. Plunkett looking. Throws. Caught by Merrill, the tight end, Sean Merrill, out to the 43-yard line. 18 yards. The 10th-year tight end out of Arizona State. First down, the Bears as they cross midfield. Evil Dead's got to like that. So when do they play again? These two will play in 3 weeks, in week 14 in Tampa. So this is their first meeting of the season. 1st and 10 for Chicago. 4 receivers set wide. Plunkett in the shotgun. Plunkett hands off to Sparks, and Gavin Sparks inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line, a gain of 16. The 3rd-year back out of New Mexico State, Gavin Sparks. First down, the Bears. On the tackle, number 26, Chris Wagner, 5th-year defensive back out of Notre Dame. Bears on the move, opening drive of the game. They'll have it at the Tampa Bay 27-yard line. 3 backs in the backfield once again for Chicago. Plunkett in the shotgun. Plunkett fakes the handoff. Watch out. Got hit as he threw. Incomplete. Let's take a look at the Tampa Bay defense. The Bucs play a 4-3. Spires, Floyd, Vincent, and Bowers up front. Linebackers, Walters, Kiner, and Jackson. And the secondary for Tampa Bay, Graber, Reed, Williams, and Wagner. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 27-yard line. 5:46 left in the first quarter. Still the opening drive of the game. Bears come out. 3 wide to the far side. Plunkett in the shotgun. Plunkett pump fakes, throws, caught by Shaw. No, he can't hold on. Incomplete. Broken up by Wagner. Chris Wagner breaks up that pass. Broderick Shaw, the second-year receiver out of Tulsa, couldn't hold on. And that'll bring up 3rd and 10 from the 27. The Bears are coming off that blowout loss to the 49ers last week. Tampa Bay's coming off that upset win over Buffalo. 3rd and 10. Plunkett in the shotgun. Plunkett back. Plunkett throws. Diving catch by Adam Montgomery down to the 12-yard line. A gain of 15. First down, Chicago. At the Buccaneer 12. So the Chicago drive stays alive. I want to say happy Good Friday to everybody. Today's Good Friday. I did a baseball game this afternoon. It was nice doing an afternoon game. Easter coming up on Sunday. 1st and 10 from the 12. Plunkett in the shotgun. Plunkett back. Plunkett throws, caught by Stewart. Down to the 6-yard line. A.C. Stewart, the 3rd-year tight end out of Florida. A gain of 6, and it'll bring up 2nd and 4. That's right. Happy Good Friday to you, TMG. And Evil Dead, you too. And all those watching. 2nd and 4 for the Bears. They'll have it at the Buck 6. 4 wide. Plunkett in the shotgun. Plunkett drops back. Plunkett looking. Throws underneath. Incomplete. He was looking for Gavin Sparks. He threw it kind of behind him. Incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd and 4. And that'll stop the clock with 4:42 left in the first quarter. Still the opening drive of the game. Bears trying to punch it in. 3rd down. 3 wide to the near side. Plunkett in the shotgun. Plunkett drops back. Plunkett throws outside. Sparks makes the catch at the 1. It's a gain of 5. It'll be a first down. It'll be 1st and goal Chicago at the 1-yard line. So Sparks makes a catch on the sideline. His momentum took him out of bounds. He couldn't get in the end zone. It'll be 1st and goal from the 1. Bears come out in the I formation.
Let's go. Green 39.
Plunkett pitches to McNeil. That doesn't fool the Bucks. They get him down back at the 5-yard line. Making the tackle, number 59, Derek Jackson, the rookie out of Kentucky. Nice tackle by the rookie. It'll be 2nd and goal back at the 5. He didn't get fooled inside. He stayed with the play and made the tackle for the loss. A loss of 4. 2nd and goal back at the 5 for the Bears. Coming up on 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Long drive. 5 wide, empty backfield. Plunkett in the shotgun. Plunkett throws, and it's knocked down. Incomplete. Broken up by Eric Williams, the 2nd-year safety out of Oklahoma. Adam Montgomery, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 3rd and goal. Nice play by Williams. Had he picked that off, he'd still be running. He would have scored the other way. 3rd and goal from the 5. 3:59 left in the first quarter. And on 3rd and goal, the Bears come out. Plunkett under center.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Montgomery in motion. Plunkett drops back. Throws inside to Merrill. Touchdown, Chicago. Sean Merrill, the tight end. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Bears take the opening kickoff and march downfield a long drive and get a touchdown. And they take a 6-0 lead. Sean Merrill in his 10th year out of Arizona State. Nice drive by Chicago. And now Zach Jones will come on for the extra point for the PAT. The kick is up, and it's good. And the Bears lead it 7-0, 3:55 left to play here in the first quarter, live from Soldier Field, Chicago, Illinois. Week 11. We kick off Week 11 with our Thursday night game here on Jammin' Sports. Looking at the standings after 10 weeks, there's only one team that can be mathematically eliminated from the playoffs this week. You want to venture to guess what team that is? Of the 28 teams, there's only one, if they lose, would be mathematically eliminated from the playoffs this week. Not the Pats. Houston, right. Evil Day had it. Houston would be mathematically eliminated if they lose. There's the kickoff. 2 yards deep. Clark brings it out over the 20, 25. And Marcus Clark, the third-year back out of UCLA, out to the 25-yard line. And that's where Tampa Bay will take over. Their starting quarterback, the rookie out of Ole Miss, Jackson Dart, from college football 25. He was in the news today. I think he's pulled himself out of the draft for some reason. I was reading an article that they pulled him from the draft. I don't know why. I didn't read the whole thing. I didn't have time. Maybe somebody can enlighten me what happened with him. But in my sim seasons, the Bucs drafted him. 1st and 10, Tampa Bay from the 25-yard line. In the I formation. Dart under center. Dart hands off to Mitchell, and Andrew Mitchell 3 yards out to the 28-yard line in his second year out of Penn State. Here's the Buccaneer offense. Up front, Shallard, Corthell, Hinder, Childers, and Schapp. And then it's Woolfolk, Pearson, Mitchell, Warren, and Ronnie Harris. A gain of 2 yards for Tampa Bay. It'll be 2nd and 8 at their own 28-yard line. Bucs come out. Dart in the shotgun. Dart hands off to Mitchell again, a draw play. And Andrew Mitchell out to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5. Let's take a look at the Bears defense. They play a 3-4. Miles, Jackson, and Gallows up front. Linebackers, Stewart, Smith, Miller, and Walters. And the secondary for the Bears, Hopkins, Harrelson, Fensick, and another Walters. No official reason, he just changed his mind. That's odd, because he probably would have gone in the first round, maybe the second. I mean, he's a quality quarterback. I'm confused by that. I saw the headline and I didn't get a chance to read the article. I was kind of busy today. It'll be 3rd and 3. I think we have an injury timeout for Tampa Bay at their own 33-yard line. Down 7-0. I hope so. In the I formation, Dart under center. Evans in motion, the tight end. Dart to Mitchell again. Gets the first down. Andrew Mitchell pushing forward. 17 yards out to the 50-yard line. Nice run by Andrew Mitchell. Second year back out of Penn State. First down Tampa Bay as they bring it out to the 50-yard line. NFC Central rivals. My divisions are formed a little bit differently than the real NFL. They're kind of like the way they were. I'm only using 28 teams. 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line. 4 wide. Dart under center. Dart hands off to Mitchell up the middle, and Mitchell another big gain out to the 35-yard line. A 15-yard gain. Maybe Dart said that he only wanted to be in my sim league. Yeah, that's all. He wants to play for my league. I see. I got it. Well, that's high praise. 1st and 10, Tampa Bay from the Chicago 35-yard line. 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Tampa Bay trying to drive down the field and tie the game up. In the I formation, Dart under center. Dart fakes the handoff. Looking. He's got all day. My goodness, he rolls out and fires downfield, caught by Desmond Woolfolk. Down to the 20-yard line, a gain of 15. Woolfolk, the former Eagle, in his 6th year out of Chattanooga. Played 5 years for Philadelphia, now in his 1st year with Tampa Bay. Making the tackle, the linebacker, Corey Walters, in his 11th year out of Tulsa. It's another first down for the Bucks. Not official. All right. Thank you, Evil Dead. Evil Dead, my director of information and pronunciation, coming through again. I see. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Harris in motion. Dart back, throws, dumps it off to Ronnie Harris. Down to the 16-yard line. The former Cowboy, Ronnie Harris, in his 13th year out of Oklahoma State. A gain of 4, he's 2nd and 6. Well, the Jets, they have Riley Leonard, and he's the rookie out of Notre Dame, and he's doing great. He's led the Jets to a 9-1 season so far. 2nd and 6 from the 16. Dart under center, drops back, throws underneath, caught by Patrick Sebastian, down to the 4-yard line, a gain of 12. And that'll be a Tampa Bay first down. Patrick Sebastian on the catch. The 6th year, he's actually a receiver, not a tight end, out of Army. He's just big like a tight end. I always think he's a tight end because of his size. First and goal, Tampa Bay at the 4-yard line. Down to 52 seconds and counting here in the first quarter. 4 wide for Tampa Bay. Dart under center. Dart hands off to Pearson, and Eldrin Pearson will lose a yard. Russell Smith, the former Raider, makes the tackle in his 13th year out of Alabama, the linebacker. Spent 12 years with the Raiders, and now his first season with the Bears. Loss of a yard. Eldrin Pearson on the carry in his 5th year out of Ohio State. 2nd and goal from the 5 for Tampa Bay. Bucks come out. Dart in the shotgun. Down to 17 seconds. Dart hands off to Pearson. And Pearson's in for the touchdown. Kind of bouncing his way down like a pinball. A 5-yard touchdown run by Eldrin Pearson. And the Bucks are an extra point away from tying this one up. TMG's got to like that. Yep, both teams have scored touchdowns on their opening drive. And now Brian White, the rookie out of Alabama, for the extra point. Kick is up. And it's good. We're tied at 7 with 11 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Live from Soldier Field, Chicago, Illinois. Week number 11, our Thursday night game to kick off the week here at Jammin' Sports. The 4-6 Bucks, the 4-6 Bears. The loser of this game is going to be in last place in the NFC Central all by themselves. They will be in the cellar all by them lonesome. And whoever loses this game, it's going to be hard for them to make the playoffs. Not impossible, but hard. All right, TMG. Getting him something, getting him a beverage. Zach Murray, the punter, will kick off for Tampa Bay. From the goal line, McNeil out over the 10, 15, 20, 25. Leon McNeil out to the 31. The 6th year back out of Missouri. Returning kicks. If I was coach, he wouldn't do that. You don't want to lose your starting running back returning kicks. I don't know why they do that. Not something I'd do. This might be the last play of the first quarter. 1st and 10 for the Bears at their own 31. Chicago comes out 4 wide, 3 to the near side. Plunkett in the shotgun. Merrill in motion. Plunkett to Sparks, and Gavin Sparks pushes forward out to the 36, a gain of 5. At the end of the first quarter, we're tied at 7 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back, Soldier Field, Chicago, Illinois. We go to the second quarter in a tie ball game. NFC Central rivals, Tampa Bay and Chicago. I think it was two seasons ago. These two teams played on the final week of the season for the NFC Central Championship. Tampa Bay won that game. But the Bears won the NFC Central last season. 2nd and 4 from the 36 in the I formation. Plunkett hands off to Sparks around the outside, and Gavin Sparks down the sideline out to the 45, a gain of 19. First down, the Bears. Into Tampa Bay territory. Hudson Graber finally came up and made the tackle. 7th-year defensive back out of Michigan. 1st and 10, Chicago at the Tampa Bay 45. 4 receivers set wide. Plunkett under center. Plunkett to McNeil up the middle, and Leon McNeil sidesteps a buck and gets to the 40. A gain of 5. Finally bringing him down was Eric Williams, the safety. It'll bring up 2nd and 5 for the Bears at the Tampa Bay 40. Once again, tomorrow I hope to be back in time to do a game tomorrow night about the same time, 8:30. I'll be on Sunday for sure at 6 o'clock Eastern. On 2nd and 5, McNeil up the middle, and McNeil picks up a yard to the 39. Number 57, that's the linebacker, Jerome King, the rookie out of Duke, on the tackle. 3rd and 5 for the Bears at the Tampa Bay 39. We're tied at 7. 4 wide for Chicago. Plunkett in the shotgun. Plunkett draws back, throws, dumps it off to Merrill, and Sean Merrill down to the 26. A gain of 13 and a Chicago first down. Steve Kiner, the former Redskin, on the tackle. Kiner in his 14th year at a USC. Been around a while. Who do they play next week? Tampa Bay plays at Detroit. That'll be the Thanksgiving game. And the Bears play at the Rams next week. 1st and 10 from the 26. Plunkett looking. Plunkett throws, caught by Merrill. And Sean Merrill down to the 23-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. A.J. Blue on the tackle. The 5th-year defensive back out of Iowa. We're in week 11. Thanksgiving week is week 12. We'll have the 3 Thanksgiving games next week. 5 wide for the Bears. Plunkett in the shotgun.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Empty backfield. Plunkett back. Plunkett throws. Caught by Merrill. And he fumbles. And the Bucks pick it up. Reggie Reed picks up the fumble. Sean Merrill caught it and then coughed it up. Now let's check it out. Let's watch the replay. Was he down? Oh boy, I'm thinking he might be down. Let's watch this one again. When does the ball come out? Oh, it's out before he's down. That's a fumble. And the Bucks will take over as the Bears turn it over. 1st and 10, Tampa Bay from their own 16-yard line. 5:33 left to play here in the second quarter. Here at Soldier Field, Chicago, Illinois, Week 11. Our first game of Week 11 here at Jammin' Sports. TMG says you got to cash this in. Got to get points. Dart in the shotgun. First down, Tampa Bay. Dart looking, throws, dumps it off to Warren. And that's the tight end, Connor Warren, out to the 34-yard line. A gain of 18 and a Tampa Bay first down. Connor Warren in his 11th year out of Oklahoma. David Harrelson on the tackle. The 10th year safety out of Oregon State. There's a boatload of Oregon State players on these rosters for some reason. They have the second most players, or third most, I'm sorry, behind Miami and Ohio State. First and 10 from the 34-yard line. In the I formation. Dart to Mitchell. And Andrew Mitchell breaks a tackle. And Mitchell down to the 38-yard line. A gain of 4. David Harrelson finally came up and made the tackle. Make it a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Four wide for Tampa Bay. Dart in the shotgun. 2nd and 5. Dart hands off to Mitchell. And Mitchell gets stacked up for no gain. As 3 Bears are right there. Led by 58, Corey Walters. 3 Bears. He must have been Goldilocks. All right, not funny. I'll leave the jokes to Evil Dead. Just came to mind, though. 3rd and 6 for Tampa Bay. I think I lost half my crowd. 3rd and 6 from the 38-yard line. 4 wide. Dart in the shotgun. Dart draws back. Dart looking. Nice block. Dart. Oh, he gets up and gets the sack. Rookie mistake by Jackson Dart. Gary Fensick came in on the safety blitz. He was picked up and blocked. Watch this. Fensick comes in. Now watch, he'll get blocked. Nice block, but he had time to get up and still get Dart. Because Dart held on to it way too long. Rookie mistake. I tell you what, though. Andrew Mitchell, that was a great block by Mitchell, but it went for naught. A loss of 10. It'll be 4th and 20 back at the 23-yard line. And Tampa Bay's going to have to punt. Zach Murray back to punt. Gets the punt away. From the 26-yard line, Adam Montgomery gets tackled immediately. No gain. Be 1st and 10 Chicago from their own 26. So the Bucs do not capitalize off the turnover. Chicago will take over. 3:33 left in the half. We're still tied at 7. Both teams scored on their opening drives, but nobody has scored since. Chance now for the Bears to score before halftime. They had a couple of wild games last night that were kind of high scoring, especially that Bronco-Charger game. In the eye, Plunkett hands off to Sparks. And Gavin Sparks breaks through. And Sparks out to the 43. A gain of 17. 3rd year back out of New Mexico State. First down, Chicago. Somebody's doing some great scouting if they can get a back like Sparks out of New Mexico State. 3:12 and counting here in the first half. Bears come out in the offset eye. 1st and 10. Plunkett to McNeil this time, and Leon McNeil out to the 48, a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 2nd and 5. Steve Kiner on the tackle for Tampa Bay. Under 3 minutes left in the first half. We are coming up on the 2-minute warning soon. Still tied at 7. Turned into a defensive game. Plunkett under center on 2nd down. Plunkett fakes the handoff. Steps up. Throws outside. Nobody home. He overthrew Seacrest. That was the nearest receiver. Incomplete, and that'll bring up 3rd and 5. Robert Seacrest was the closest, but he was well covered. 2:25 left in the half. 3rd and 5, Chicago. At their own 48. 4 wide for the Bears. Plunkett in the shotgun.
Now let's go. Green 39.
Plunkett draws back. Throws, and it's knocked down. Danny Bowers knocks it down. Right at the line, and that'll bring up 4th down. Nice play by Bowers. That'll stop the clock, 2:26. And Chip Whitney into punt for the Bears. Whitney gets the punt away. Aiming for the sideline, but it goes into the end zone. Touchback. And Tampa Bay will take over at the 20-yard line. 2:19 left in the first half. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead and TMG in the house. TMG spending his vacation on Jamming Sports. I think that's so cool. We'll just call it TMG week. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. 4 wide for Tampa Bay. Dart under center. Dart hands off to Mitchell at the middle, and Andrew Mitchell out to the 27-yard line. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. And that looks like, hey, I love it here. Yeah, what's not to love? Exactly. Evil Dead loves it here too. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning. We're tied at 7 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to beautiful Soldier Field, Chicago, Illinois. Dedicated to our men and women who have served mightily in this country, and also to those who have given their lives. 2nd and 3 for the Bucks at their own 27-yard line. 2 minutes left in the first half. We're tied at 7. Dart in the shotgun, 4 wide. Dart looking, throws near side, caught by Desmond Woolfolk out to the 30-yard line, a gain of 3. And that should be enough for the first down. It is. First down, Tampa Bay at their own 30-yard line. We're still tied at 7. 1:45 and counting. Gary Finsick on the tackle as we watch the replay. In Madden 19, the clock does not run during replays. It's not running in the background. Plus, they do the hurry-up offense better than 20 through 25. Basically, 20 through 25 just got rid of the hurry-up offense. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Dart in the shotgun, single back. Dart looking, hands off to Mitchell. A draw play for only a yard out to the 31-yard line. Coming up to make the tackle, number 20, Douglas Burns, the 6th-year defensive back out of Virginia Tech, the Hokie. Down to 1:13. Neither team taking a timeout yet. Both have 3. 2nd and 9 for the Bucks at their own 31. Dart draws back. Dart throws down the middle, caught by Connor Warren out to the 42, a gain of 11. And now Tampa Bay takes a timeout with 58 seconds left here in the first half. Here's a good look at Soldier Field in Chicago. I know the Bears want a bigger stadium, and I can't blame them for that, but there's something special about Soldier Field. And it's right downtown in Chicago. But they're still working out the financing. They haven't finalized anything yet. I think the Bears don't have enough money, and that's why I think the Bengals are going to move there and help them out. 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Dart draws back. Dart looking, throws deep, and Woolfolk makes the catch, but he's out of bounds. Well covered by David Harrelson. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. The Bengals can't work out a deal with, I think it's Hamilton County there in Cincinnati. They want renovations to Paul Brown Stadium there, but they can't get them. And their lease is up after this season. They can move. It would not surprise me if the Bengals and the Bears strike a deal. They let the Bengals go to Chicago, be the second team, and help finance its stadium. It'd be the Chicago Bengals. 2nd and 10, Dart back. Dart looking, throws, caught by Mitchell, out to the 48-yard line, a gain of 6. It'll be 3rd and 4, and Tampa Bay takes their second timeout. It would not surprise me. The Bengals, they won't say anything publicly, but they're not happy in Cincinnati. And Chicago is big enough to support two teams. They do it with baseball. And it would give the NFL what they need, a bigger stadium in Chicago and a future Super Bowl site if it's domed. 3rd and 4 from the 48-yard line. 4 receivers wide. Dart in the shotgun. Dart draws back, throws, caught by Woolfolk down to the 34-yard line. A gain of 18 yards to Desmond Woolfolk. And that's a first down for Tampa Bay. The clock is running, though. 33 seconds and counting. Making the tackle, number 56, Russell Smith, the linebacker again, the former Raider. Buccaneers holding on to that timeout. We're down to 25. 4 wide. Dart in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Down to 19 seconds. Wasting a lot of time. Dart back. Dart looking. Throws. And it's nearly picked off. Incomplete. Broken up by David Harrelson. They were looking for Desmond Woolfolk. Misty and Gracie are back. Your Bucks are playing, Misty, and they're tied at 7. That's right. Oh, Gracie's here. Say hi.
Hi.
That's right. She knows who the greatest of all time is. 2nd and 10 from the 34-yard line. Dart draws back. Throws. Caught by Connor Warren. Down to the 13. And the Buccaneers take a timeout. A gain of 21 yards. And that puts Tampa Bay in field goal range. She already left the room, Evil Dead. And they'll try a 30-yard field goal now, since they're out of timeouts. You'd give the Bucks the lead going into halftime. 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. They're not going to try for the end zone. They don't have any timeouts, and there's only 7 seconds left. That would be unwise. But here we go. They're going to do the unwise thing. All right. 1st and 10 from the 13. It's got to be quick. Dart in the shotgun. Dart draws back, looking, can't take time. Tick, tick, tick. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. They gambled and they came up 7. Patrick Sebastian, a 13-yard touchdown catch. I would have taken the 3, to be honest, but hey, they gambled and it came up the way they wanted. And the Bucks go up 13-7. What a dart by Dart indeed. And now Brian White will come on for the extra point. The kick is up. And it's good. And the Bucks take a 14-7 lead with 2 seconds left here in the first half. What a drive and what a dart by Dart. Someone needs to send this tape to him and say, look, you need to enter the draft. See what you're missing? You could be throwing darts. You're robbing sports commentators the chance to say, there's a dart by Dart. Zach Murray will kick off for Tampa Bay. We're almost at halftime. There's the kick. It'll be fielded at the goal line by Montgomery. Brings it out over the 15, 20, 25. Adam Montgomery out to the 36. Halftime. Tampa Bay leads it 14-7 over the Bears here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Soldier Field, Chicago, Illinois. We get ready to start the second half. The Buccaneers lead the Bears 14-7. Both teams come in at 4-6, trying to right their seasons, trying to turn things around. And the Bucs lead it by 7, and they'll get the second half kickoff to boot. Men's small. There's the kickoff. From the goal line, Elgin Pearson brings it out over the 20, 25. And Pearson out to the 28. And that's where Tampa Bay will take over, 1st and 10. Up by 7. The winner of this game stays alive in the NFC playoff picture in the wild card. The loser, while not eliminated, it's going to be a tough row to hoe for them. Let's double dip, Tampa. They're going for the twofer. That's what we call it. The old twofer. First and 10 for the Bucs at their own 26, or 28, excuse me. They come out in the offset eye. Dart under center. Briggs in motion. Dart hands off to Mitchell. And Andrew Mitchell picks up 5 out to the 33-yard line. Russell Smith on the tackle. The linebacker will be 2nd and 5. .737 and counting. Here in the third quarter. Buccaneers up 14-7. 5 wide, empty backfield now for Dart in the shotgun. Dart draws back, throws, gets it out to Warren. He's been the go-to guy today. Connor Warren, 10 yards out to the 43-yard line. Look, Misty, your Buccaneers are winning. Yeah, she says, wow. Misty goes, I'm not saying anything. It'll jinx them. First down, Buccaneers out to their own 43-yard line. Evil Dead took the Bears in this one. TMG, he took the Bucs in this one. First and 10 from the 43-yard line. In the I formation, Dart under center. Dart, play action. Looking. He's got all day. He's going to throw it deep. And it's underthrown, nearly picked off. Should have been. David Harrelson drops it to the end zone. The ball was a little bit underthrown. And Harrelson got all turned around. But he still should have caught that. They were looking for the intended receiver, Ronnie Harris. And Harrelson, oh, he's going to be dreaming about that one. You know, that wasn't a dart. That was a lawn dart. 2nd and 10 from the 43-yard line. 4 wide for Tampa Bay. Dart in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Looking, throws, and it's picked off. Oh no, that's 2 Harrelson has dropped. David Harrelson again. Oh, he should have caught that one. He steps in front of the receiver. They were looking for Desmond Woolfolk on that one. That's 2 in a row. Right to Harrelson, and he drops them both. It'll be 3rd and 10 from the 43-yard line. It's like, what do I got to do? Give me some stick 'em. 3rd and 10 from the 43. 5 receivers set wide. Empty backfield. Dart in the shotgun. Dart draws back. Throws deep. And this time, Woolfolk holds down on at the 34-yard line. 23 yards to Desmond Woolfolk in his 6th year out of Chattanooga. Into Bears territory. First down, Tampa Bay. They picked on somebody else that time. Isaac Hopkins, the 4th-year defensive back out of Texas. 2nd and 10 now. Tampa Bay at the Bear 34-yard line. They're up 14-7. Tampa Bay can make this a 2-possession game. Even a field goal will do that. Dart under center. Lofton in motion, the tight end. Dart draws back. Throws, caught by Ronnie Harris. Out to the 27, a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 2nd and 3. It's weird seeing Ronnie Harris outside of a Dallas Cowboy uniform. But here he is with Tampa Bay. Dante Miller, the linebacker, on the tackle in his third year out of Columbia, the Ivy Leaguer. 2nd and 3 from the 27-yard line. In the offset eye, Dart under center. Dart hands off to Mitchell, and Mitchell close to the marker, out to the 24. He'll be just shy. A gain of 2, be 3rd and 1. Larry Miles on the tackle. In his 9th year out of TCU. Leaving Dallas, good move. Can't believe the Cowboys lost to Arizona last week. In overtime. 3rd and 1 from the 24 in the I formation. Dart to Pearson, picks up the first down. A 1-yard gain out to the 23-yard line. Dante Miller on the tackle, but it's first down, Tampa Bay. And these Tampa Bay drives are eating up time as well. The Bucs trying to get what we call a twofer. They scored right before half, and now they can score right after half. We're down to 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. 1st and 10, Tampa Bay from the Chicago 23. In the I formation, Dart under center. Dart to Pearson. And Pearson to the 22-yard line. A gain of just a yard. Corey Walters, the linebacker, on the tackle. 4:35 and counting here in the third quarter. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the Chicago 22-yard line. In the offset eye once again. Dart under center. Dart to Pearson around the outside, and Pearson weaving his way down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 8. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1. Coming up to make the tackle was Stewart, Terry Stewart, the linebacker, in his 5th year out of UNLV. This is a nice Tampa Bay drive to follow up the nice drive they had right before halftime. Bears can't seem to stop them. 3rd and 1 from the Chicago 14-yard line. Dart in the shotgun. Dart hands off to Mitchell, gets the first down barely. 2 yards down to the 12. On the tackle that time was Joshua Gallows, the 9th year defensive end out of Auburn. But it's 1st and 10, Tampa Bay. At the Chicago 12-yard line. .335 and counting. Long drive. This is eating up a lot of time. The Bears have yet to touch the football here in the third quarter. Dart to Mitchell. Driving forward, Mitchell. Down to the 4, a gain of 8. It'll make it a gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1. 3:15 and counting. Well, you know the old adage, they can't score if they don't have it. Well, Tampa Bay has had the football the entire third quarter. We're down to 3:10. It'll be 2nd and 1 from the Chicago 4-yard line. They're just burning up the clock here. In the offset eye, Dart under center. Dart, play action, rolls out, looking, throws, caught by Briggs at the 1. It'll be a gain of 3. It'll be a Tampa Bay first down. Ron Briggs, the fullback, in his 8th year out of Texas, making the catch at the 1. It'll be 1st and goal. This Bear defense has got to be getting tired at this point. Fatigue is more of a factor in 19 than the other games, 20 through 25. They sub out a lot in 19. They hardly sub out at all, 20 through 25, because fatigue is not a factor. 1st and goal from the 1-yard line in the I formation. Dart to the fullback, Briggs, and he's in for the touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown run to the fullback, Ron Briggs. And the Buccaneers go up 20-7. They get the twofer. Just broke the plane. Let's watch it from above. Boy, he barely broke the plane, but he reached across. Yep, he got it. And they go up by 2 touchdowns. Brian White for the extra point. Snap, kick is up. And it's good. Tampa Bay leads it 21-7. 2:27 left to play here in the third quarter. Live from Soldier Field, Chicago, Illinois. Our Week 11 Thursday night game to kick off the week here at Jammin' Sports. The Bears still have time. There's 2:27 left in the third, but they're down by 2 touchdowns. They've got to get something going now on offense. The Bears scored first, but the Bucs have scored often. I mean, a lot often. And now Tampa Bay will kick off. Zach Murray, the punter, will kick. From the 3-yard line, Adam Montgomery over the 20, 25. Montgomery, I thought he was going to break it for a moment, out to the 33-yard line. Adam Montgomery in his second year out of San Diego State. 1st and 10 for Chicago. Yeah, I say give it to Sparks. He's when he's had the ball, he's run well. 2:22 left to play here in the third. Jason Plunkett for Chicago, barking out orders there. Bears come out. 4 wide, single back, Plunkett in the shotgun.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Plunkett drops back. Throws downfield, caught by Sean Merrill, no. Not Reggie Reed, the other one, number 25. Eric Williams put the smackdown on him. The second-year safety out of Oklahoma. Merrill couldn't hold on, incomplete. Great play by Williams. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. That'll wake the receiver up. 4 wide, Plunkett in the shotgun, 2nd and 10. Plunkett to Sparks again. And Sparks out to the 45, a gain of 12. Gavin Sparks, first down, Chicago. We watch the replay. Two minutes left now in the third quarter. Clock is moving. Buccaneers up 21-7. The Bears come out. 4 wide, but in tight. Plunkett in the shotgun. Plunkett hands off to McNeil. And Leon McNeil back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. Steve Kiner, a linebacker on the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 10. 1:37 and counting. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead and TMG. Celebrating TMG week here at Jammin' Sports. 2nd and 10 from the 45. Plunkett in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the far side. Plunkett to Sparks. Across midfield. I say just keep giving it to Sparks. Down to the 37. I mean, why not? Rips one off for 18 yards. First down. Bears in Buccaneer territory. I mean, he's getting big chunks of yardage every time he carries the ball. Down to a minute left here in the third. 1st and 10 Chicago from the Tampa Bay 37. They come out, single back. Plunkett under center. Yep, exactly. Plunkett to McNeil this time. And Leon McNeil, a big gain. Down to the 24, a gain of 13. That Bears offensive line opening up some holes. 1st and 10 at the Buccaneer 24-yard line. Leon McNeil in his 6th year out of Missouri. Makes a nice cut back there. Clock is moving, 35 seconds left here in the third quarter. 1st and 10 Chicago from the Tampa Bay 24. Bears on the move, trying to make it a one-possession game. 4 wide, Plunkett hands off to McNeil again up the middle, and McNeil again Down to the 15, a gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1 from the 15-yard line. Steve Kiner on the tackle. Well, this Bears ground game is really churning up the yards. And that's probably going to do it. And that's the end of the third quarter. Tampa Bay up 21-7 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Soldier Field, Chicago, Illinois. We start the fourth quarter. Tampa Bay and Chicago, both teams are 4-6 coming in. Tampa Bay leads it 21-7. The Bears on the move, though. 2nd and 1 at the Tampa Bay 15-yard line. Tried to pull to within one score. Been a nice drive by the Bears as we start quarter number 4. 4 wide, 3 to the near side. Plunkett in the shotgun. Plunkett going to take it himself, a quarterback keeper. He is going to lose a yard, maybe half a yard. He'll still be 3rd and 1. A.J. Blue came up and made the tackle, the defensive back, keeping Plunkett from getting the first down. And now we have a big down coming up, 3rd and 1 for the Bears at the Tampa Bay 16. At this point in the game, I think Chicago's in 4-down territory. 3 to the far side, Plunkett in the shotgun, 3rd and 1. They hand off to Sparks, and he doesn't get there. Coming up to make the tackle, Jerome King, the rookie linebacker out of Duke. No gain. It'll be 4th and 10, or 4th and 1, excuse me, at the 15-yard line. Decision time for Chicago. I say you go for it. You're down by 14. And the Bucs defense is playing great. You got to go for it. Don't kick the field goal. You're still down by 2 scores. There we go. They're going to go for it. 4th and 1 from the 15. No guts, no glory in the I formation. Plunkett fakes the handoff. And Plunkett gets sacked at the 20-yard line. Greg Spires, the 12th-year defensive end out of Iowa, on the sack. A loss of 5. It'll be a turnover on downs, and Tampa Bay takes over going the other way. I still like the play going for it, the play call. It's just that Tampa Bay, they stepped up and made a great defensive play. I defend going for it. You just got to execute. And Tampa Bay did, and Chicago didn't. Yep, they hesitated. You hesitate, they devastate. I'm going to make a t-shirt that says that. 1st and 10, Tampa Bay going the other way. With 7:03 left, they're up by 2 touchdowns. Look for Tampa Bay now to eat up the clock. Jackson Dart comes back out to lead the offense. Four wide for the Bucs. Dart under center. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 3-19.
Dart draws back. Steps up, throws downfield, caught by Ronnie Harris, out to the 35. Well, there goes my theory of ball control offense. They're just going to sling it around. A gain of 15 yards, 1st down, Tampa Bay. They're not taking the foot off the gas here. They're slinging it. 1st down, Bucs. 6:42 and counting. We're in the fourth quarter. Buccaneers up 21-7. In the offset eye, Dart under center.
Here we go. 3-19.
Briggs in motion. Dart play action looking. He's got all day. Throws. Caught by Woolfolk. Out to the Chicago 47-yard line. A gain of 18. 1st down, Tampa Bay. Desmond Woolfolk on the catch. Gary Fensick came up and made the tackle. It's been a long day. I was out in the sun all day. Beautiful day today for a baseball game. We had a huge crowd. It was Good Friday. A lot of people were off. We had a big crowd today watching the ball game. 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. Dart under center.
Let's go. 319.
Dart to Mitchell, and then Mitchell will lose 2 yards back to the 49. Gallows made the tackle. Joshua Gallows. And that'll bring up 2nd and 12. Came around unblocked. Clock is moving, 5:40 and counting. Buccaneers up by 2 touchdowns, and they have the football. 2nd and 12 at the Bear 49. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Dart in the shotgun.
39. Green 39.
Dart draws back. Throws, caught by Warren. And Connor Warren down to the 40, a gain of 9. Make it a gain of 10. It's going to be 3rd and 2. As the big tight end works it down to the 40-yard line. Russell Smith on the tackle there, along with David Harrelson. 3rd and 2 for Tampa Bay at the Chicago 40. They're letting the clock roll. We're down to about 5 minutes left. It's a big 3rd down. Dart in the shotgun.
Let's go.
Dart to Mitchell. And Mitchell on second effort gets the 1st down. A 4-yard gain down to the 36-yard line. Andrew Mitchell with the 1st down. On the tackle, number 73, Kendall Lawrence, the rookie defensive tackle out of Cincinnati. Couldn't bring him down. Great second effort by Mitchell to get the 1st down. Keep the drive going. Tell you what, the Buccaneers, impressive tonight. Now, again, they're playing a 4-6 team, but still. 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. 4 wide for Tampa. Dart under center.
All right, here we go.
Dart to Mitchell. And Andrew Mitchell 2 yards to the 34. Fensick came up and made the tackle. Make it a 3-yard gain to be 2nd and 7. And the clock keeps on moving. 4:14 and counting. On 2nd down, 4 wide for Tampa Bay. Dart in the shotgun.
Here we go.
Dart looking. Dart throws. Caught by Morrison. No, incomplete. Russell Smith, the linebacker, rips that. No, actually it was Dante Miller, number 59, who rips the ball out of there. Earl Morrison couldn't hold on. It'll be 3rd and 7. That'll stop the clock with 4 minutes left. Morrison in his 2nd year out of Georgia. 4 wide on 3rd and 7. Big 3rd down. Dart in the shotgun.
319. 319.
Dart draws back. Looking. He rolls out. And he throws downfield to Ronnie Harris. Actually, Donnie Harris, the other one. Number 84. The rookie out of Notre Dame. They've got 2 receivers named Harris. There's an R. Harris and a D. Harris. And that's going to be a 1st down. A gain of 24 for Tampa Bay. Keeps the drive alive. Isaac Hopkins made the tackle. And now the Buccaneers can eat up more time. Any type of score here by Tampa Bay. They're up by 3 scores. 1st and goal from the 10. Single back. Dart under center. Dart looking. Throws outside to Lewis. They're getting everybody involved. Israel Lewis, the rookie out of West Virginia. A gain of 7 down to the 3-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal. That's his name, Israel Lewis, from college football 25. The wide receiver. 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. Dart in the shotgun. Dart looking. Throws near side. Caught by Donnie Harris. Touchdown. Tampa Bay. A 3-yard touchdown catch by the rookie out of Notre Dame. And the Bucs are up 27-7. It's now a 3-touchdown lead for Tampa Bay. tell you what, the Bears had a 7-0 lead, but it's been all Buccaneers ever since. They're just putting a smackdown on Chicago here. Chicago's getting smacked down for the second week in a row. White for the extra point. It's up and good. The 49ers trounced them last week here at home. Chicago. Chicago's going to be glad to get out on the road next week. (28-7), Tampa Bay leads it with 2:39 left to play. A 3-touchdown lead for the Bucs. As I said before, Tampa Bay plays the Thanksgiving game at Detroit next week. And Chicago will head out west to take on the Rams in Week 12. The Thanksgiving games are Tampa Bay at Detroit, Philadelphia at Dallas, and Green Bay at Buffalo. But that's in Week 12. The kickoff from the 2-yard line, McNeil over the 20, 25, and Leon McNeil out to the 29-yard line. And that's where Chicago will have it, 1st and 10. Jason Plunkett comes back out. .235 left to play. Well, the Bears have their work cut out for them. They got to score 3 touchdowns just to tie it up. We will do our best to be on tomorrow night. It'll be late, though, about 8:30 Eastern. And we will be on Sunday at 6 Eastern. 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. Plunkett in the shotgun. Plunkett hands off to Sparks. And Sparks out to the 36-yard line, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. Yeah, you're down by 3 touchdowns. Let's run. Sparks getting close to 100 yards, though. He's at 96. We're coming up on the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 3 from the 36-yard line. 4 wide for the Bears. Plunkett in the shotgun.
Green 39. Green 39.
Plunkett draws back. Throws down the sideline to Alex Dominique. Down to the 34. We go to the 2-minute warning. Buccaneers up 28-7 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Soldier Field, Chicago, Illinois. A long pass to Alex Dominique down to the Buccaneer 34-yard line right before the 2-minute warning. 1st and 10, Chicago. Down by 3 touchdowns, 28-7. 1st and 10 from the Buck 34. Plunkett under center, everybody in tight. Plunkett draws back. Plunkett throws, caught by Stewart. And that's the tight end, A.C. Stewart, down to the 30-yard line. A gain of 3. In his 3rd year out of Florida. And did he get out of bounds to stop the clock? It looks like it. Yeah, he was out of bounds. I believe that was A.J. Blue on the tackle. It was number 30, the safety. 2nd and 7 for the Bears at the Tampa Bay 30-yard line. 1:54 left. 4 wide for Chicago. Plunkett in the shotgun.
Here we go now.
Plunkett looking. Plunkett steps up. Jumps it out to Dominique. He can't hold on. Incomplete. And that's broken up by Chris Wagner, the 5th-year defensive back out of Notre Dame. That'll stop the clock with 1:49 left. It'll be 3rd and 7. I'm sitting here watching the Bears tonight and remembering the game last week. How did the Bears get so bad so quick? They won the NFC Central last season. 3rd and 7 from the 30-yard line. Plunkett back. Throws outside to Montgomery. Turns downfield. And he's out of bounds at the 7. A 23-yard gain by Adam Montgomery. Isaac Blue pushed him out of bounds. Actually, it was Reggie Reed. I'm sorry. Number 22. 5th-year safety out of SMU. Yeah, Blue was trailing the play. I thought it was him. Gets out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. Chicago may score, but they're not going to win this game. Unless a miracle happens here at the end. First and goal from the 7. Bears come out 4 wide, but in tight. Plunkett in the shotgun. Plunkett back. Plunkett steps up, rolls out. And Plunkett throws and just throws it away. Incomplete. It'll be second and goal from the 7-yard line. That'll stop the clock with 1:38 left. Buccaneers have dominated. They lead it 28-7. On second and goal, 4 wide for Chicago. Plunkett in the gun. Plunkett drops back. Throws and is caught by Montgomery. Touchdown, Chicago. A 7-yard touchdown catch by Adam Montgomery. And that'll make it a 2-touchdown game. A lot has to happen for the Bears to pull this out. They'd have to get 2 onside kicks. One's hard enough. And now Zach Jones will come on for the extra point. Snap, kick is up. And it's good. 28-14, the Bucs lead it with 1:35 left to play. And now everybody everywhere knows what's coming up next. You don't even need to know the rules of football, and you know what's coming up next. The onside kick. Jones will tee it up. Actually, Chip Whitney, the punter, does the kickoff duties. He'll tee it up. The rookie out of Troy. A lot of teams do that now. Their punters kick off. They want to risk their field goal kicker in an injury, I guess. Here's the onside kick attempt. And it's going to be fielded by Patrick Sebastian at the 40-yard line. Tampa Bay will take over with 1:34 left. Up 28-14. The Bears have no choice now but to start calling timeouts. It looks like Tampa Bay is going to be 5-6. And the Bears are going to drop to 4-7. Jackson Dart, pretty good stats. 20 of 25, 239 and 2 touchdowns. If I was a quarterback, I'd take those stats. Bucks up 28-14. Our next game on the schedule, either tomorrow night or Sunday, will be Pittsburgh at Washington.
Here we go. 3-19.
On 1st and 10.
3-19.
Evans in motion. Dart hands off to Mitchell, and Mitchell gets nailed for a loss of a yard. And the Bears take a timeout. Making the tackle there was number 55, Terry Stewart. It'll be 2nd and 11. The Bears are down to 2 timeouts. 1:30 left. Playoffs will be right around the corner. We're in week 11 of our 16-week season. Nobody can clinch a division yet, but the Jets are getting very close. 2nd and 11 in the offset eye. Dart under center, hands off to Mitchell up the middle, and Mitchell 3 yards out to the 38-yard line. Chicago takes their second timeout. The Jets have a 3-game lead in the AFC East over the Bills, and the Giants have a 3-game lead in the NFC East over the Cowboys and Redskins. The New York teams are doing well this season. The Jets have the best record in the league at 9-1. And they play Detroit later this week. in Detroit. 3rd and 7. 1:26 left. 4 wide. Dart in the shotgun. Dart looking. Throws. Caught by Sebastian. Another Tampa Bay first down. Out to the 23-yard line. A gain of 15. The Bears take a timeout. And I think they're out of timeouts. That was their last timeout. That's ball game. You're right, TMG. The Bucks can just take knees now, and that'll be all she wrote. They play again in 3 weeks down in Tampa in week 14. But for round 1, it goes to Tampa Bay. Evil Dead is going to drop to 75 and 55. Dart to Mitchell. And Mitchell back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. Clock continues to run. And TMG is going to be 1-1. His first official win. TMG. Way to go. Down to 40 seconds. And now Tampa Bay in the victory formation as Dart will take a knee. We're under 40 seconds. They don't have to snap it again if they don't want to. As the final seconds will tick away here. Your final score, Tampa Bay 28, Chicago 14. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. We'll see you either tomorrow night or Sunday. Good night, everybody.